Hi, and thanks for listening to Gossip with Celebrity, brought to you by Celebrity.com. This week we talk about the Democratic primaries, the royals, and Katy Perry's pregnancy. Our user feedback is about how long we've been around, and we end with our weekly feature, the comments of the week. The stories and photos we talk about can be found at Celebrity.com/podcast under episode 42. Hi. You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, I'm Katy, the founder and editor of Celebrity.com, and I write as Celebrity.
And I'm Chandra. I write as Kaiser. I'm the head writer for Celebrity.
We're back, and this is our second week back. We had Super Tuesday this week, which was crazy, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. We're still real worried about the coronavirus, basically.
Yeah, you're coming around to my panic about it. I've actually eased up a little bit this week. I'm not as worried because I feel like everyone has already been exposed to it already. And the fact that we're not all dying is a good sign.
I think it's going to take a little while before everybody's exposed to it. I don't think that's true at all. But so do you remember like a year and a half ago, we were supposed to get these hurricanes and it was right around Emmys?
Yeah, I remember that.
And I left. I was like, screw this, I'm leaving. It looked like we were going to get terrible hurricanes and everything. The power was going to go out. So I'm trying not to be that way in my life anymore. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Just basically that I'm trying not to freak out.
I mean, I'm freaked out in the sense that I think a lot of people are going to die.
Stop it.
But I'm also not freaking out because there's nothing we can do about it. There really isn't anything we can do about it. There aren't even enough tests to go around. There's no way that we can really prepare other than washing our hands and taking care of ourselves. All of that stuff that we would normally do during flu season, basically.
Yeah. I'm hoping if it comes to my kid's school, they'll just shut it down because he brings everything home.
Virginia's weird about schools, though. I doubt that they will shut it down if the virus starts moving through schools. I don't know, though.
Where I live, they shut everything down for nothing. Like, you can have rain and they'll shut it down. Anyway, I'm worried about my parents. You know, they live in that villages in Florida. It's the biggest retirement community. If that hits them, it's going to go through there fast.
Yeah, and my mom lives in an assisted living facility now, and I feel the same way.
Yeah.
If it comes through there and, like, really hits hard, a lot of people are going to be affected.
Yeah. All right. Bummer.
It is a bummer.
Oh, gosh. Let's talk about the Democratic primaries. Biden won Tuesday, and I got to tell you something. I saved it for the podcast, and I'm sorry I voted for Biden. I did vote for Biden.
I understand.
Thanks.
I mean, I would have been mad if you voted for Bernie. I really would.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't worry about that. But,
yeah. But I understand the whole idea of voters coming home to Biden. I really do. I get that. And I've spent the last week and a half making my peace with the idea of voting for him in the general.
Yeah.
And I'm not upset about it. I think a lot will be dependent on the vice president.
I would love it.
And I think a lot...
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I would love it if he picked Elizabeth Warren or Kamala.
Yeah, I would like Kamala too.
I would be so excited by that choice, one of those choices. You know, last week when we talked about it, it was before Jim Clyburn endorsed him.
Yes.
I said something about how, you know, Biden is going to do well in South Carolina. I think that the demographics were really good for him already, but Clyburn just put him over the edge. And after that, you just saw this domino effect of all of these prominent Democrats endorsing him. And it just felt like everybody was coming home. Everyone trusts him to be a good Democrat, basically.
And to hopefully beat Trump. And
yeah, well, we hope.
Yeah. Oof. So my mom said she was voting for him because she really didn't want Sanders in and she wants somebody who can beat Trump. And I read a comment by Valiantly Varnished and she said, vote the way Black women do and listen to Black women. And I was like, okay, I'll vote for Biden. That sounds about right. You know, I think he's a good chance for us. the way the press was covering Elizabeth Warren, she didn't have a chance anymore.
Right. I voted for her because I wanted her to have some power within the conversation. I didn't vote for her because I thought she was going to win the nomination. I didn't believe that as I was filling out the ballot. I just wanted her to have enough delegates to be important.
Yeah. And she hasn't officially announced that she's stepping down as of this recording on Thursday afternoon, but all the major news outlets are reporting that it's coming.
No, it's already come. She already made her announcement.
My bad.
Yeah, what we don't know right now is who she's going to endorse. And I would make the strong argument that she's going to endorse Biden at some point. And I think that that's what her power within the primary narrative is, that she can wait. She can comfortably wait for a week or two and really make up her mind.
Yeah. Okay, sorry for doubting you. I was like, what? I took a nap until about a half hour ago. So I've been anxious about if Sanders has some option of still getting the nomination, and I'm concerned about that.
Do you want me to make you feel better about that?
Yes, thank you.
Sanders, his voters aren't coming out.
Okay.
Everyone says, oh, but the young people are so excited for Bernie Sanders. They're not. Or maybe they are and they just don't give a shit enough about him to come out and vote. But in any case, the states that he was winning in 2016, he was winning by huge margins and a huge vote count. And he's not winning any state by that kind of huge vote count. I just think people are tired of him. People are tired of his bullshit. I hope they are.
He's a tiresome person. He really is.
The whole heart attack thing and his supporters have been absolutely nasty the past 2 weeks or so.
Yes.
But I don't even want to focus on that because, it's such a negative energy, and I really hope that he's left to the dustbin of history.
I agree with you on him.
But, Elizabeth Warren did some amazing things, and she was the reason why Bloomberg is a non-factor right now.
Yeah, I agree. He spent $600 million. On MSNBC, they were like, he only won American Samoa, and he spent like $8,000 per person in American Samoa.
And really though, imagine if he had spent that money on a vigorous campaign to get all these down ballot Democrats elected. Imagine that money in a super PAC supporting Emily's list.
Well, now he said he's gonna, they talked about it vaguely on MSNBC. His infrastructure is gonna go to Biden. I don't know how that's gonna work, but at least he endorsed Biden. Hopefully, Biden will pull this through and pick a great running mate and a great cabinet too.
Yeah.
And I love his wife. I hope his wife is running shit, not him.
I completely missed this the night of Super Tuesday, but apparently some activists ran on stage and Jill Biden basically tackled the woman.
I think I saw that on Twitter. I'll put that in the post. This is episode 42. And she's sporty. She's a doctor.
Someone said she was protecting the quarterback.
That's awesome. All right. So this week, Kate and William are in Ireland.
Well, okay. So as we're recording this, we haven't seen Meghan and Harry out yet.
We saw Meghan by herself.
Well, yeah. But she was just coming out of the hotel, but they're going to the Endeavor Awards tonight. And it'll be exciting to see what she's wearing. But
I have a programming question. If she says anything major, or if Harry says anything major, do you want to re-record on Saturday?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
What is there left to say?
Yeah.
And we're going to cover everything on the site as well. So.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I don't want to work on Saturday, and yeah, unless it's major, we won't re-record.
But this whole thing of the Ireland tour. There's a theory going around that William and Kate just organized this the last minute because they didn't want to be there when Harry and Meghan were in London. Yeah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that conspiracy.
It takes too long to plan the shit.
They do so little, and they announced this like weeks ago that they were going to go on tour, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So I don't believe that conspiracy. I think that Kate, I don't know if she didn't care enough to really prepare her wardrobe, but her wardrobe has been a wreck.
Okay, so I think this is totally deliberate. And you wrote this line. When she first arrived there, she wore like this terrible green pattern dress with buttons on it, and then a coat with more buttons and a different shade of green that somehow clashed with the original green. And you wrote that she's letting her theme dressing freak flag fly. And that is totally accurate. That's how she's been dressing this whole tour. And I find it fun. Like, I think it's obnoxious, and she doesn't give a shit. And she likes looking like 80s, late 70s, early 80s Diana cosplay.
I think she does give a shit. I mean, she's actively going for that. She's actively trying to look like Diana. And that's so disturbing to me.
I think it's hilarious.
I mean, she's so far into her marriage. This is no longer like, oh, this is a special occasion when I'm bringing out my firstborn child for the very first time and I want to do some sort of visual homage to Princess Diana. Like, I understand that general idea.
Yeah.
This is a generational thing. This is a generational moment. I want to do that homage. She's doing it constantly, Katie.
Yeah, she is. So we saw Meghan. She was wearing this gorgeous tan robe coat. And I tried to buy one of those a couple seasons ago, and it just looked terrible on me. So then I returned it. But it's so modern, the way she dresses. And Kate is so dated. It's like she's kind of showing that she's old school royal. And that's what she's going for, but she's so on the nose with it. And it's so fug.
Yeah. I said this on Twitter as well. Like, Kate veers between two extremes. One is she obviously loves Downton Abbey, and she loves that Edwardian, very particular look of, the high necklines, the ruffle, the kind of puffy sleeves. Like, she wants to look like a dowager countess. And it's ridiculous. And then the other extreme is this Diana's early 80s, also puffy shoulders, shoulder pads, meets Dynasty, school teacher chic. And it's not anything.
It takes horrible. Some nerve to dress like that. Like, I've bought one or two dresses like that for like 80s parties and stuff at Goodwill because they're fun. And I haven't even worn them all the time because it's like, oh, this is just a little too fug for me, even for a costume party. And it's like, she's wearing that on a major royal tour.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I also want to say to our listeners that we know it's hard to hear us just talk about fashion. We have the pictures in the post for this podcast. It's episode 42. Yeah, she's got something going on. And she's been wearing a lot of polka dots, too. And it's like polka dots with ruffles and puffies. I have a polka dotted shirt I really like, but, you wear it with jeans and some cute boots.
She wore 3 polka dotted outfits back to back within a 24-hour period, Katie. Oh, my God.
Okay, I have 2 polka dotted shirts. One is navy and one is black, but they're modern looking,
I know that you don't want us to talk like very specific outfits, but like the purple vintage Oscar de la Renta was horrendous. It looked like a clown outfit.
It's like a pink though, really. It's like a dark pink. I'm looking at it now.
It was like a fuchsia.
It did have like those layers of ruffles like the clowns wear around the neck in the same like circular pattern, and it had like piping on the ruffles, and I'm looking at it now. Yeah, so that was really bad. Like, that's what I'm saying. It takes some freaking nerve to wear that in public and be like, yeah, I'm gonna rock this dress. And I wrote down in our notes, it's like if Busy Phillips was royal. Like, she'd be like, fuck it. I'm going to wear this crazy outfit that looks like my mother-in-law.
And how creepy is it that William is okay with that?
I don't think he has to say. I think that's one thing she has control over is her fashion.
And that's how she expresses her quirky weirdness. I think it's the most endearing part of her is her stupid fashion. Really?
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
It's like so bad it's good.
Well, the reason I say that William is involved is because that's what everyone always used to say whenever I was like, isn't it kind of creepy that she keeps doing this with old Diana throwbacks? And they're like, maybe William likes that. Maybe William wants her to look like that. And she just keeps doing it. So is he involved or not? I don't know.
I don't think so. Well, it's just when she's out. When she's home, she...
Just when she's out.
She wears... Because she's not out that much. When she's home, she wears like the stuff she wore in college. It's just like too short and twee. But... Oh, man.
Oh, and I wanted to give a shout out. This is one of the most commented on tweets I ever did, or most liked tweets I've ever done, because I saw this in the comments that someone referred to Prince William and Kensington Palace as very strategic leaks against the Sussexes. They called it Willileaks. And I think that pun is absolutely brilliant. And I just want to shout out to whoever came up with it because it is really good.
Okay, send me a link to that so I can look at it because that is cute. And I'll put it in the post too. That is really cute. Yeah. All right, let's stop talking about Kate's ridiculous fashion and move on to the Katy Perry story. She's pregnant with Orlando Bloom's baby, which I kind of never saw coming, probably because I don't care about them at all. I don't. I'm like, they seem like such a weird couple to me.
Yeah, I was expecting it because I have been covering Katy for a few years now. I was not surprised at all. The way she talks about herself and her life and the work that she's done on her mental health. In retrospect, I realized, oh, right, she was doing all of the mental health work to prepare herself to become a mother.
Oh, okay. That's pretty deep.
It's not that surprising. She's done a lot of introspective therapy and meditation and all that stuff. I feel like she has tried to grow as a person, become a better person.
Her music has fucking suffered though, my God.
Oh my God. It is terrible.
Remember when she had Swish Swish? And that was like okay, but it kind of marked the beginning of the end for her. Like she never really found her footing after that. And it's been years since she's had a good song.
Yeah, Swish Swish. Oh, that came right after the whole beef with Taylor exploded. And everyone was rooting for Katy. And then that album just sucked, and then...
That was 2017. I just looked that up. It was 2017.
Yeah, so she announced her pregnancy with the music video and single for Never Worn White.
Yes.
And I couldn't even finish watching the video to the very end, which is when she did the bump reveal, apparently at the end of the video. The song is so bad.
It's a basic ballad, and the lyrics are so juvenile and asinine. I wrote some down. No, I've never worn white, but I'm standing here tonight because I really want to say I do. And they do rhyme. I should like read more of it and put the music behind it.
No.
Do you want me to?
No.
Okay. All right.
It's just, trust us, it's a really bad song.
Just read the lyrics and you can listen to like half a minute of it if you can tolerate it.
But as I was listening to this absolutely terrible song, I actually had the vision of that there was going to be some bride somewhere who was like, I want to dance my first dance to that.
Oh my God, there'll be hundreds and thousands. They'll all be like in their 20s.
Anyone getting married this year, please don't play that song at your wedding.
They don't listen to us. Our listeners are cool. They're just Kate fans. They want to look like Kate and listen to Katy Perry. So she also recorded an Instagram story video confirming her pregnancy. And at first I thought she was eating those potato wedges. Those are pretty good. But it turns out she's like eating mangoes, dried mangoes the whole time. And it's just nasty because she's talking and chewing and her mouth is going, ugh.
Wait, how do you know that she's eating dried mangoes? They looked like fried pickles to me.
Oh, you're so Southern. I only learned about fried pickles a few years ago. I love them, though. They're good. No, she said they were mangoes at the end. I watched the whole thing.
Oh. Once again, I did not watch the whole video because she was annoying me so badly.
Oh, God.
Didn't it seem like she was high or something?
Yeah, I wrote that. Yes. It seemed like she was so high. She kept blinking because her fake eyelashes were so big and they were getting in the way. Anyway, I'm going to play. Here's a segment from that, and I'll try to cut it short, but it's much worse if you have to look at the video. So
there's a lot that will be happening this summer. Not only will I be giving birth, literally, but also figuratively to something you guys have been waiting for.
All right, so Katy confirmed in that video that she's due in the summer, and we know she's engaged, but I don't think she's really going to get married this summer if she's going to have a baby.
No, especially if she wants to get married overseas. I would think she definitely wants to get married in an Asian country, wouldn't you think? I mean, she's that bitch. She wants to get married in Japan or Vietnam or Thailand or something.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I have my fingers crossed that she'll just have the baby and then just sort of forget about the engagement. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hope that she and Orlando just live together, raise the baby, and she never marries him. Because I do feel like Orlando is kind of shady at this point. Don't you find that?
I don't know. I remember when he was fighting with Justin Bieber over what's her face? What was her name?
Miranda.
No.
Miranda Kerr.
Not Miranda Kerr. Wasn't he hooking up with that other one, that young one?
No. Justin Bieber slept with Miranda Kerr, allegedly. And that was towards the end of Miranda and Orlando's marriage.
He got with Justin Bieber's ex. Remember when he was with Selena Gomez?
Yeah. But that happened afterwards. Orlando and Selena, they did. But that's not why Justin Bieber and Orlando fought.
Oh.
They fought over Miranda.
Okay. How stupid is Miranda Kerr if she's getting with Justin Bieber? Like, I understand the Snapchat billionaire. You go for that. But Bieber, come on.
Honestly, like, Justin Bieber has a million times more sex appeal than Evan.
Oh, he's such a gross.
Yeah, they're all gross, actually.
Let's move on to the user feedback. Okay. Our number where you can text us or leave a voicemail is 434-218-3219. Thank you to everybody who messaged us and greeted us after we came back. That was really nice. And one thing that has never happened before that I thought was awesome was that both of the people whose comments we picked as comment of the week last week said that they listened to us on Monday, and that's how they found out they were comment of the week. And that's weird because I just half-ass pick mine. I don't know if the people listen to our podcast or not. I mean, I know who does, but I don't think that I knew that Hala was a podcast listener.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think more people listen to us than we realize,
I look at the numbers and they're steadily growing and stuff, but I'm like, okay. Like I never pay that much attention to the numbers for the site either, because I try not to get hung up on that because it varies on what's happening and whatever. But Hala wrote, I was listening to the podcast while getting my teeth cleaned today and about choked when I heard my comment was comment of the week. Hala. Hala.
Holla.
Holla. And Lucy, too, also was listening to the podcast when she heard her comment of the week. And I know her from years and years. You picked her comment, but I didn't realize she listened to us. So I wanted to talk about a message we got on Twitter. Last Sunday, you tweeted that you were taking it easy with the royal stories because the Sunday before that, like, the comments were really piling up because there were so much royals news. And personally, I do not like working on the weekends.
Yeah, I don't mind working on the weekends. I just hate it when we have some huge 400 comment post. That's the weird thing about some of these stories. Sometimes news breaks on a Friday afternoon or a Saturday. And so I feel like I have to, cover it on a Sunday. But yeah. I need to stop doing that. I'm going to try to stop doing like the big comment stories on Sundays.
Unless it's like huge news and then we kind of have to. But yeah, if it's just a royal story that can wait until Monday, let's make it wait. When people argue too, that just makes more work for us.
Yeah.
So Marlo wrote on that story where you said you were taking it easy, on that tweet where you said you were taking it easy with the royal stories. She wrote, I started reading Celebrity when my son was born. He's 10 now. I remember the Hot Guy Friday posts. Those were fun. They were so much work, Hot Guy Fridays.
Yeah, they were. I'm glad I don't have to do them anymore. But sometimes I like to do an old school, like, hot guy story. Just
appreciation.
Because, yeah, like nice photos of a cute guy. I'll do like Hot Guy Monday or Hot Guy whatever.
We did that with Gerard Butler a couple weeks ago when he was looking a little better than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be mean. He looked really nice.
I'm not. He didn't look that good. He still looked nasty. I had to delete a lot of the Hot Guy Friday posts because we were targeted by one of those copyright trolling companies, like a image copyright troll. And I had to just get rid of a few of them because not all the photos were licensed, but most of them were. They were old.
Yeah,
you know?
It's fun.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the comments of the week. So today, Thursday, Hecate covered the story about Laura Dern's goldfish dying at 15, and she made that hilarious. I knew she would do that. She joked about the fact that the goldfish wasn't named. You know how sad it was that this unnamed goldfish died. And also, Hecate herself had goldfish named after the Bee Gees, who just coincidentally died in the same order as the Bee Gees. Although I think there's... Yes.
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but that is funny.
It is. I saw it's so possible she misidentified them when they died. I mean, who knows how distinctive these goldfish were. So my comment of the week is from BlondieR on that post, and I picked it as comment of the week, and you didn't see that I had picked it, and you responded to it, and that was funny to me. And Blondie wrote, can Kaiser account for her whereabouts at the time of death?
And I understand that, like, I've made it into a thing that Laura Dern is my nemesis, and seriously, I don't like that bitch at all. But I would never hurt anyone's pet. Come on, I'm not a total psycho.
I know.
Even if it's just a fish, I would not hurt a fish.
I hear you on that.
All right, and my comment of the week was from a tweet because I thought it was absolutely hilarious. There was a big conversation about how much green Duchess Kate was wearing in Ireland. And then she wore the cream coat and everyone was like, so is she just going to dress like the Irish flag? And so Shannon, I mean, that's her Twitter handle is just Shannon. She said, I'd love to be in the meeting with her stylist where they put a flag in the center of the vision board and work from there.
That's totally what they did.
But I feel like she really does do that.
Oh my God. So now I'm looking at the flag again. And she wore that sweater. So she wore the green stuff the first day, the cream color the second day. And on the third day, she wore that orangey sweater.
Orangey red.
It's totally... She did, like, copy the Irish flag. Oh, no.
And she's done that in Canada, too. She's done the white and red of the maple leaf flag.
That's what I'm saying. She's the one making these terrible decisions about her. Like, she would not look that happy in those bad outfits if that was not her personal choice to wear those. Nobody's telling her to dress like that.
No, I get that. Like, no one is saying, Kate, you should really try to match your greens at least. But,
you're saying that it's so bad you can tell she's not getting good advice either.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I think that she's definitely putting forward these ideas of, let me wear this absolutely bonkers Oscar de la Renta dress.
Yeah.
But I think that William is also like, you should dress like my mother. And she's like, okay.
No. I've never been with a guy who's had that much input into my outfit except to tell me it looks hot.
Yeah, but William is different.
All right. Thanks for listening, bitches.
Thanks, bitches.
I'm like snorting. Oh my God.
Thank you for listening to the Celebrity Podcast. If you like us, tell a friend. And if you rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen, it helps us out and we appreciate it a lot. Our phone number is 434-218-3219, where you can text us or leave a voicemail. Our music is from AA Alto, Maiden, and via Premium Beat and Sound of Picture. Thanks again.